I know it's been a long time since I've done a video. It's been probably like a couple months, but honestly, I gotta say you guys have been awesome. Like my Windows Vista video like blew up like crazy. And I want to thank you guys so much for the support. That really means a lot. And you know, it's kind of been tough, you know, coming back on YouTube after a while just because of work and shit, you know. But I did have other plans, didn't quite work out, but I finally have something I've been wanting. And this is the 8BitDo arcade stick. And this is actually my first arcade stick. And so I'm gonna go ahead and unbox it and give you guys my first impressions of it. So if you guys want to pick this one up, you can actually check on Amazon. I paid about 90 bucks plus tax for this. So pretty cool. So this is the box, pretty simple. So it supports Bluetooth and 2.4G. And what that is, it's basically the dongle in which you plug into the computer, and then it sort of picks up off of that. So that's what 2.4G is. But it is compatible with your Switch, Windows, if you got Steam or Raspberry Pi or whatever. So that's pretty cool. And this is actually perfect for me because I've been playing my Switch a lot more often now, and I wanted to use it with MAME. So, but we're gonna take a look at the contents anyway, so it's not really that much of a big deal. But this is kind of a beefy package. You know, this is a really nice, well done box. I really like this handle that's here. I don't think it's necessary, but you know, it's whatever. So nothing on the sides here, and then on the back, just gives you the highlight of the controls. I was actually watching a couple of videos on this, and that's kind of what confused me a little bit as far as some of the layouts or whatever, but I'm gonna check that out in a little while. But let's go ahead and open this thing up and see what is inside. And unlike a lot of products, I don't have to take a knife and start cutting up with some tape, so that's good. And the arcade stick is right in front of your face. I like that. So I got the foam, and then in the foam you got, wow, that actually has some weight to it, but we're gonna take a look at it in a minute. But so yeah, this is if you want to plug it through USB, and the cool thing is this is USB Type C. Yay! So I can definitely use this with my Switch because the Switch supports USB Type C. And then you have the instruction booklet, which is kind of a little beefy for a small package like this. But you know, most of the times that's like, you know, for other languages and shit. So I really like that clickiness. And you got like 8 buttons, which is kind of a little bit much, but like if you're playing Street Fighter, you probably have those extra 2 buttons to pull off like special moves and shit. And I think these, you can program these to whatever you want them to do. I think there's a program that lets you do that. And then these are the controls that kind of confused me. I didn't even know this was a layout thing, but yeah. So I think this switch here, oh, and it lights up too. I think if you want it to connect to your Switch, you would have it turned here. Then X input is like if you have it on Windows. I'm not actually sure what this is. I'm gonna have to read the instruction manual. I think it says left stick or right stick. I'm not too sure. I think this is if you want to pair it to your Switch or something like that. You would hit the pair button, and then obviously you got turbo, which is a really nice feature if you're playing like shooters. Here's your home button, which is kind of made out of a heart, which is pretty cool. And then this switch, you would, like if you're going on Bluetooth, you would switch it to that. Or if you're using the receiver that comes with it, you would do 2.4G. Select and start, obviously. But first impressions, I really like the fact that it is actually really well built. You know, for $100, you're definitely not wasting your money on, you know, getting something like this. And you know, considering this is my first arcade stick, you know, I want something that's, you know, quality, but I don't want to spend too much on an arcade stick, you know, unless if I'm, you know, used to them. But yeah, this joystick, I really love the feel of this. I'm curious to see how it feels during actual gameplay. I have seen some videos where people actually swap out the joystick, I think because it's kind of like too loose for, you know, people's liking, so they swap it out with like a Sanwa joystick, I think. So they take it apart and then, you know, pop that bad boy in there, and then same thing with the buttons. Yeah, so this is the dongle in the back, so it's just telling you where it is, so you would peel it off. I'm not going to peel it off, but yeah, you didn't. Yeah, so this is your dongle. This is the receiver I'm talking about. So if you were on the PC, you would plug this into the computer, and then you would switch this to 2.4G if you want to be doing, you know, gaming like that. So I'll definitely be using 2.4G quite a lot. So that's a really neat feature. And then the back here, there's not really much to it. Oh, and this is some floppage. So when I turn this down and I flip this upside down, this kind of like comes apart. I wonder why. But yeah, there's nothing really in the back. So it's just a simplistic joystick. I really like the fact that it kind of has like NES colors, you know what I mean? Like if you have to compare this to the NES, this is my NES. So it kind of has like the same sort of like colors. Well, you know, sort of. I mean, my NES is old, but you know, this is not really. But I really like the design of this because it kind of has like that old school look to it. But yeah, I am ready to hook this thing up and play some games with it. All right, so I'm gonna try it on my Switch first. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch it to S. And then I'm gonna try to get it synced up to the Switch. So I think I'm just gonna hit this wireless button. I think that's what it's synced to. Okay, so it's syncing now. So I gotta go close, change grip order. Let me see, now I'm gonna hold this down. There we go. All right, so now we got it synced up. So that wasn't too hard of a process, as you see in there. But yeah, we're gonna play some Street Fighter. Alright, so I'm going to try this on the PC using the 2.4G connection, which is the dongle. I am using MAME on this, though you can use Steam or pretty much whatever. Though I had an older version of MAME on here, but I found the controller kind of worked like half-acidly or whatever, so I just decided to hunt down a new version of MAME, and I'm not gonna lie, I cheated a little bit. I did test this out just a little bit before, and it actually works great. So the only problem is I think most or if not half of the games don't even fucking work. So that's a bummer. So I'm gonna have to flip through a couple of these. But anyway, I'm gonna play through a couple of these and let you just get a feel of how it sounds and how it is. So let's go. So after messing with it for a little while, this is actually a pretty good arcade stick. Now, the one thing I realized is, you know, why people swap these out. And I think it's because there is a difference between, you know, fight sticks and arcade sticks. And I mean, you know, to me, this is like totally new, so I'm not, you know, too familiar with arcade sticks. So like, it kind of took a little while getting used to, especially like, you know, with fighting games, and that's why I like suck ass at them using this thing, since, you know, I'm pretty much used to playing with the controller. As far as looking into other options, I don't see why you should, because, you know, like I said, this one's actually really good, and, you know, for the price point, I really like the build quality. You know, it's You know, the buttons feel really nice. The joystick, I mean, even though it's just better suited for, you know, being an arcade stick rather than a fighting stick. The only thing I found confusing though was this switch right here, which I think it just depends if you're playing on the PC or not. You know, because some games are a little different. But I mean, other than that, I mean, like I said, this is a great joystick, and I think for anyone starting out, you know, for the $100 price point, or I should say $89.99, you know, it's really good. And I mean, I would recommend it if this is your first time starting out, or if you're just looking for like a regular arcade stick. But other than that, that's pretty much my unboxing and first impressions of it. I'll be posting more videos at some point, so feel free to stick around for that. And as always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys take care.